Hello and welcome to No One Knows Peter. In this episode of Rocket League Question Time, the question I put forward to you is, who decides morality? For me, there's two answers. There's God does, so believing in a deity that is in charge of all the morality, and the second option is no one decides morality, no one in particular, because there's no overall ruler deciding the morality. And it's not absolute, it's relative, or it's non-existence at all. So, so let's explore both options, and maybe we might find a third option in the process. Epic save. So, first option, there is a god. So in this option we have a god, and we have the god deciding the morality. So God decides the morality, and there's morality, and we follow God's morality, which we're not entirely sure of what is, but depending on your religion, you might have some idea. Peter Nung scored. Um, so in that world, the morality comes from the god. You have the god at the top, and you have everybody in this overall absolute sort of morality. And you could believe in that sort of structure of an absolute morality in just without a god. You could say there's like morality is an absolute quantity. It's something that can be found, and something that's true regardless of culture or time or situation. And that but in that situation, there's no one there deciding the morality, even if there is an absolute morality. So in a world where there is an absolute morality, there is something to decide, then some actual fixed guidelines of what's good and bad. There is someone to decide it, or no one. But let's explore the other option of there not being a god or some overruling absolute morality, and we don't have that absolute overruling being that causes the ones below it to have morality. We don't have a god. Then who's to say what's right or what is wrong? Because if there's no set in stone morality where everything can be assured by some uniform structure, then what do you have? You have a load of individuals who decide what morality is for them. And then in that case you can say that there is no morality, or you can say who defines morality? Well, you just choose for yourself. You're the definer of your own morality. But is that really morality if we all have our own versions of morality? Because in court, you can just say, well, judge, I killed this person because I have a different set of morality to the court. So if there's no one there to decide morality, or no uniform absolutes, like some things are bad beyond whether you believe it, if there's nothing in place, then morality becomes vague, and the world that we live in goes into anarchy with things being right or wrong depending on how you feel about it. And that's why I quite like this absolute nature of morality. And the question was that I had put forward to you is, who decides morality? Well, I don't decide morality, and I think there is an overruling moral compass, and that has to come from somewhere, surely. Surely you can't just have morality binding all humans together and it not have come from somewhere. So I am on the side of it coming from God. I'll be honest with you, but there is something to be said about how if there is a absolute morality, then you can just say it's a general consensus of all the moral beings, what they generally um, decide what is moral, what isn't moral, what morality is. So you could say where morality is comes from, who decides morality is everyone does. So maybe that's the third option. So who decides morality? You have God or some deity, and then the other option is you have everyone does, or another option is to say no one does. So if you're not into believing a god, then you can say everybody decides morality, and it's a bit like a democracy. Like, in general, everybody's decided that just generally that certain things are good and bad, like giving to charity, that's good. Scoring own goals on Rocket League, that's bad. Going to overtime when you've run out of stuff to say, that's bad. But for the other people who are swearing at me on the on the old text that you can't see, that's good. I mean, that's bad. Without this over absolute morality, things can get into a bit of a twist, you see. So the options are: who decides morality, God decides morality, um, or everyone decides morality, or no one does. And in every moral framework that I consider, I think that Rocket League doesn't quite get there. But if Rocket League was somehow miraculously included in this moral world where different things decide the morality, in that world where Rocket League is concluded, I just did a bad thing, conceding goals and losing. Oh, I didn't even realise it was 2-on-2. I thought it was 3-on-3. Alright, thank you. I love you, ciao. Bye now.